Hi guys, it's Tanya with Scraptastic Creations. Today I'm going to create a 2-page layout with the Storybook paper collection by Close to My Heart. This is the scrapbooking workshop kit, so it comes with a lot of extra parts. I'm definitely going to use these fun paperboard icons. These are so cute, and I went ahead and popped several of these. I'm definitely using these out. It comes with some crowns and some arrows and little dragons, so a rainbow, little flowers. So I'm super excited to use these. You get this sticker sheet that has this UV coating on it. So there's a lot of fun icons on this, and this is a really good high quality, almost like a cardstock stickers. So these make great embellishments. And then you get these extra sheets with the these punch outs with the scrapbooking kit. So, and you get the different color palettes, so you can use either of those. So I really like those. And all these just easily punch right out. You just like pop them out and they come right out. So there's all these fun shapes that you can use. And then you got the paper pack, which is really, really pretty. I love these colors. I'm definitely going to use this. And there's another specialty paper, and I went ahead, this is the paper, the other one, and I went ahead and cut this up already. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to pull that in. And then you get some cardstock. So let's get started. So I brought in 2 Versamats because I'm doing a 2-page layout. I always work on my Versamats because I can stay in the grids and I can use my T-square ruler and keep everything lined up, and it has the perfect stamping foam on the back of it. So I want to bring in these 2 papers. These are the pattern paper, and I know it's black and white but still looks super busy, but I have a way that I think I really want to work this in. And I'm going to use the side with the unicorns, since the girls had a unicorn birthday. Unicorn and mermaids and rainbows and all things fun. So let me show you those photos real quick. So these are the photos. This is a cake that I made, this unicorn cake I made with my friend Gabby, and we were like up to like 2 in the morning making this cake and making all these little circles to make the bottom half like a unicorn and the top half like a mermaid. This was so much fun. The inside is like a checkered print with all these colors. It's super fun. So this came out really good. I was really happy with it. So these are the photos. My girls had a joint birthday party with their friends, and we went all out and had a sleepover. And so these are the photos. And I'm gonna bring in a lot more photos, but I just kind of wanted to show you kind of like what the photos look like that I was working with. And that paper that I showed you that I cut up, I want to bring that in down here and then have the one up here. And I want to bring in some black underneath of it. And I'm going to kind of put this under here, and I'm going to rip this, okay? So I went ahead and got those ripped. And what I did was I ripped this one first, and then I kind of just tacked real lightly my black piece on there. And then I ripped it kind of to try to follow along. And then I just kind of curled up the edges. And I wanted to show you that I'm going to take this whole sheet and I'm going to cut it down and put it on a piece of white cardstock just in the middle. That way there I can save these pieces for another project. And this is 12 by 7.5. So I'm going to cut this one the same, and then I'm going to go ahead and adhere these on here like this. And I'm going to only, I tore this top because I told you I wanted to put in those pieces of the striped patterns. I just kind of want to have those peeked in there. And I'm going to also do the same and have them coming up here like this. And I'm going to go ahead and get that glued down, but I am going to only glue it down. I'm going to glue it down and leave it so in case I decide to tuck something underneath like this, I'm still able to do that. So I'll probably just glue the edges down for now. So I got all that glued down, and I tucked those pieces underneath, and I'm still able to tuck more in if I decide to go ahead and do that. I was thinking that I wanted to bring in a little bit of black splatter, and I'm going to use the black shimmer brush to give it a little black splatter with a little bit of shimmer. So I'm going to get out my all-purpose mat and lay that down so I don't wreck my surface underneath. And I will go ahead and I also wanted to point out real quick that if you get this scrapbooking kit, it does come with instructions to make 3 different layouts. So there's the dimensions of everything you need, the cutting guide, and exactly how it's supposed to be. So you don't have to do your own thing like I am, but I do like to branch off sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of paper right here and I'm just going to use this little mat right here and just kind of cover this and get a little bit of that splatter in. So that black gave it a nice little subtle splatter. I'm going to bring in this Anthem alphabet. It has these really neat dies right here that create like a banner kind of border. And I like these alphabet. They fit right on there perfectly, but I want to bring in the Havana alphabet, which is these kind of scribe looking kind of letters. And I'm going to stamp those on the banners instead, because it's like, I don't know, it kind of gives it a little more party kind of theme to me. And I have an example of like one of those banners. It looks like this. I have this from a previous project. So it has these little things cut out, these little circles that you can stick your ribbon in and kind of hang it on the twine. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out some black twine and do that. And I'm thinking about creating part of my title here and part of it here. Instead of saying happy birthday, this was a really cool birthday party that we did. So I'm going to do like, I'm going to make this epic party. I did go ahead and make those little banners that I was telling you about, and I went ahead with my epic party, and I just kind of thought that they were way too big for up here, and then I thought, well, maybe we'll put them down here, and then I decided that I really just don't like these. I just don't like them. So they're cute, but I don't like them for this layout. So that was a bust. So then I went ahead and decided to bring in the Moxie alphabet, which is, this is a stamp set and these are the dies. So I could kind of put a shadow behind there. And so I brought those in the black and the white to kind of make the black pop. And I am going to put these up here. So these are the photos that I'm going to be bringing in. And these are my girls, and it was their birthday. Their birthday is, one is July 7th and one is July 2nd, so they're pretty close. So I'm going to kind of bring these in here. And there's a lot of color going on, which is why I did my background black and white. But I do, if you look at my photos, you can see like the bright pinks and the orange and the yellows, and I love this rainbow because there's a lot of rainbow and they had this cool photo shoot going on. But this red, this paprika color, this orangey red just does not fit my photos. So I'm going to change this color because I just can't use it. So I'm just going to take little strips of the light side of raspberry, and I'm going to kind of play with these and kind of tear them up and add them in. And I am going to replace my, all of these. I'm going to slide this in and replace my paprika color with this pink color. So I'm going to pull in this photo strip. I'm going to pull in a couple of these. And this is on a retired stamp set. This was a thin cut and it was on the In Bloom stamp set, the card making one, if you have it. If not, don't worry about it. It's still available in an SVG file. So it's in the in Full Bloom SVG file. So you can still get that and cut out a film strip. So I decided I didn't like the flat black look. And I went ahead, if you can see, and I made these super sparkly and shimmery. And I'm going to show you how I did that. I'm going to do this one. So I went ahead and brought in the Stickles glitter gel. This is the Moon Dust. And then I just brought in just a paintbrush. And I'm going to grab some of this and just paint this with that glitter gel. And it gives it this really pretty sparkly look. It goes with my birthday princess kind of theme. So just finish this one up. So when you open this, you should always get just a piece of cling and seal it pretty good to help prevent it from drying out. I've had this for a long time now and it's never dried out because I've always tried to protect it. I went ahead and added in that raspberry ink, the raspberry strips over my red, and then I added some dots, and I just took a journaling pen just to tie that in with the look down here, and I just kind of put some dots on here like so, and just kind of filled that in so it was part of that pattern paper and you could not even tell the difference. So isn't that cute? So I'm not going to do all of them because not all of them are done, but I did a little bit here and I did it on this one as well. So there you have that. And then I want to bring in this castle, and this is one of those die cuts off that sheet that I showed you. And I want to bring this in over here. But I just kind of want to put these under here somehow like this and have it sticking out and not even see the whole thing, just kind of as decoration to that. And I'm going to add this little magic mirror over here. And I'm wanting to bring in this little subtitle. This is where the magic is, Epic Party. And I'm going to bring that in somewhere down here. And I'm probably going to pop that up. And I'm going to add some more film strips. And I'm going to add them under here. And I'm going to have another one going out this way. But I also took one of these photos and I cut the girls out of it. And I'm going to have these cute little squares of the kids that were standing and posing for the party. And I'm just kind of going to put them in here and have these little tiny photos in here. And I'm just going to randomly stick them in there and glue them down. I have a couple more of those. And I want to stick the little unicorn in, and I'll probably pop this one up. So I was looking at this ripped part, and I have these glued down already, and I was thinking I'd really like to bring that in over here and then have some of the pink stripe over here because it was just too much melon right here for me. And this does have a pattern. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but this paper does have a pattern, but I still thought it was a little bit too much. So I wanted to bring that in, and I thought, well, this is already glued down. What could I do? So I cut a little strip of the BNT paper, the pattern paper, and then I cut black and I glued the black behind. Well, first I tore this and I glued the back behind it and I tore that. So that's just stuck together. And I'm going to glue this on top. And it just gave it a little different look, but I really liked the way it looked. And I'm going to go ahead and cover these with my pink as well and probably add my dots to this one and tie that in. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to kind of work in how this little cluster right here, kind of make a little cluster right there. Add in some of these just little icons, these fun little icons. So I'm liking how that's coming out. Maybe add a couple up here. I want to do something, I still need to have like my visual triangle. So I'll have like up here and then it will kind of go this way. Even though I do have this, which could be my visual triangle, but I'm thinking I might want something here, but I also want to put something up here in this corner as well. And I don't want to add this in again. So I like the odd number there. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of glue some of I'm going to glue my photos down, and I'm going to glue a couple of these things that I'm for sure I'm not going to move down, and probably get my film strips glued down with my photos so then we can continue to work. I got those pieces all added, and I added the additional dots, and I think it ties in really nicely and pulls out the pink and the balloons and the rest of my, well, you can't see this one, but the rest of the streamers. So I want to pull in some additional icons from that embellishment sheet and some other embellishment stickers and finish this up. I went ahead and cut this heart tag from the all-purpose tags. I wanted to draw in a little bit more of the pattern paper, so I cut 2 of those. And I was thinking about putting this kind of like behind here, but have it given some other embellishments an area to rest, and then maybe pulling in one back here and working that in. I was thinking the rainbow could go up here, just kind of peeking out a little bit from there. And I'm going to put in this So Much Fun to tie in a little bit more of this Seabrook paper. And if you notice, there's a little bit of a black border around it. I went ahead and took my black ink, and I took the little sayings and I just scraped them across. So there wasn't too much edge distressing around there, just a little bit, so it kind of stood up off the paper a little bit. So I'm probably going to use that one. And I'd like to add in maybe a crown to draw in that honey butter here, and maybe this little drama queen, because they're doing again, like having these photos. I was talking about how this was a really epic birthday party because we went all out, and these are my girls, and I had adopted my girls. I got them when they were 3 and 4, and they're now 11 and 12, almost 12 and 13. And they had never had a birthday party ever. So the girls really wanted a birthday party, and we wanted to be able to give them a really fun birthday party. And so we went all out and just had this spectacular party with a sleepover, and they invited all their little friends, and we had a great time, a lot of fun. So yeah, so this was the party that we created, and I wanted to be sure to document that. So let me get this glued down, all of these glued down, and then I'm going to show you how I add those additional photos. I think I'm going to go ahead and add a few of these little hearts, just to add a little bit of pop of color here and there. So I think I'm also going to add a little bit more shimmer brush. So I'm going to get out my all-purpose mat again and just add just a little bit more of the black shimmer splatter. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. I'll hold it up so you can get a closer look at the shimmer on those letters and all the little details that we did. And here's the other one. So we're gonna add these additional photos that I have. I wanted to add these other photos and add my own journaling spot that I made. And so let me show you how I'm going to do that. So these sleeves are a very thick, very good quality. I highly recommend these sleeves. Actually, I'll use no others. So if you enjoy this video, please hit the subscribe button and like this video. I'm new to YouTube. I've only had this channel for about a month now, and I'd appreciate your support. So let me show you how I do these. So these are very sticky, and you can put them right on the front of this, and they will hold and not come off. I have no problems whatsoever. I've never had one come off. They're very, very strong. So be careful, because when you stick it down, pretty much it's down. So I just try to line it up with my photo on the bottom, and give that a good push down there. And then I'm going to put my second photo down. So there we have it. You have these flip flaps right on the front of this, and it makes this a fun, interactive layout in your album. I hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time.